PLC digital input and digital output modules. The input and output modules in a PLC are called signal modules because they connect electrical signals to the CPU. They are divided into two types, digital signal modules and analog signal modules. In this lesson, we'll focus on digital signal modules. A PLC can have digital input modules and digital output modules. To understand how they work, let's look at an example. Imagine we have a tank that should automatically empty when it becomes full. To detect the water level, we install a 24-volt DC float switch. To control the water flow, we use a 24-volt solenoid valve. The float switch has a default open contact that closes when the water reaches a certain level. To send this signal to the PLC, we wire the float switch to a channel on the digital input module. When the float switch closes, a 24-volt signal reaches the input module. Since the CPU cannot process raw electrical signals, the input module converts the 24-volt signal into logic data for the CPU. The CPU processes this data based on the program and sends logic commands to the digital output module. The output module then converts the logic data back into a 24-volt signal for the solenoid valve. The way the solenoid valve operates is simple. This actuator blocks the water flow. Liquid enters from one side and exits from the other. Inside the valve, there's a coil, a spring, and a plunger. In the default state, the plunger blocks the flow path. When the coil is energized, it creates an electromagnetic field that pulls the plunger upward, opening the path for the liquid to pass. So when the digital output module sends a 24-volt signal to the coil, the valve opens. Without that signal, the valve stays closed and stops the flow. In this example, the digital input and output modules act as connectors between the CPU and the sensors and actuators. The digital input module connects the CPU to the level sensor, and the digital output module connects the CPU to the solenoid valve. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more.